Bass line number 2, Upbeat Funk. This is in the key of G, and it has a lot of upbeats in it. The reason I wanted to play this for you is because I think it's really important for you to understand how to go from the low third of a chord up to the fifth of the chord with upbeats. So let's get right to it. Upbeat funk starts on a high G, not the highest G, but the higher than the low G octave right here on the D string, right? So the idea for this song is to rake across the strings to get that feeling of like a stumbling kind of like, and then walk up through the scale to the 4 chord. Then make a statement on the 4 chord on upbeats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? Now, in bass playing, we're taught to use 1 finger per fret on electric bass. And I do that. And I like to play right on the fret when I'm exercising, you know, really important, perfect technique. But I also like to play incorrectly. I think it's very important to disregard all the perfection of 1 finger per fret, and sometimes just use 1 finger, you know, let your thumb be over the top, even though they say never do that. Play with any of the 4 fingers in any way that you'd like, or even use your thumb sometimes. Just, you can get raw with it and not have to be so perfect, is all I'm saying. So sometimes I may play something like, I may just slide around, you know, instead of, and that works too, but you can play that type of thing. So utilize any fingering you like, but be aware that there's good technique and poor technique, and both are really cool. It's very important to be able to do both. So continuing on, we're playing 1 measure of G7 to 1 measure of C7. And this is how I would like you to approach playing from the G7 to the C7 in a long phrase, which would be a 4-bar phrase. There's that rake I was discussing. Now, when you rake, you don't necessarily have to rake with 1 finger, which I do sometimes. You can use 2 fingers. You can rake with either of the 2. Or sometimes not even rake. You can try to figure out ways to do it. You do it your way. That's how your style is going to evolve. But also try and learn my way, the way I'm doing it now, so you'll have that vantage point. All right? So here's the line. Then walk down instead of walking up. Walk down. Then you have to make a little jump to that third with your first finger. Again, that thing about bad technique, but that's good technique. Bad is good. All right? So the whole line. That line happens 4 times. The 5th time, I want you to play a low ascending line using your low E string. Okay? That only happens once in the tune, just to show you that you can play an octave down. Use any fingering you like or the right hand.